Hey guys, sorry it's been quite a while getting a video out to you. Um, just been busy with work and the whole virus thing, figuring out what I'm gonna do and what I can do. Um, so I don't think I've told you guys what I've done since the last video. So as you can see, the glove box is back in it, passenger seat's back in it, car is pretty much fully put back together on the interior. So right now what I've done is, let me roll down the window because this is the only key I got for it. So as you can see, it's a little dirty. Haven't driven it in a few weeks, but I have been able to drive it, take it around, just have a little bit of fun with it. Let me pop the hood for you guys. All right. Yep, there we go. That's my dad leaving. As you can see, my other two cars actually, right over there. But this one's my priority for the project and stuff like that right now. As you can see laying over here, the exhaust on this car is pretty much gone. It was getting rusty and pretty bad anyway, as you can kind of see by the pipes and stuff. As you can see, I made a little makeshift like cold air. I know it's not doing anything because the engine's right there. Air filters, clogged up right here. But it's just something in the meantime, because I'm planning on doing a big turbo kit. And what I'm thinking is obviously changing the manifold, flipping it, and putting the turbo like right here. So all this is going to be going away anyway. And as for the exhaust, so you can see the cat goes out, down, and then the exhaust finishes like right here behind the front axle, which it's not actually that loud, but it sounds all right for right now. It's not going to stay like that. Obviously, I'm going to put the turbo in and run pipes in other spots. But for right now, that is what we're doing. Take it around back. Gonna grab some stuff. I'll be gone and be right back when I have it out. All right, as you can see, I did buy a bigger turbo for it. See, it might be a little too big. I don't know. We'll find out when I get it on there, and if I'm not building any boost past 5,000, or I'm not building any boost until I'm past like 4,000 RPM, then I'll probably take it off and put it elsewhere, probably on the red one. But you never know. And you can see I still got this stuff to do. My valve cover gasket's probably not good sitting out here in the heat. Got my tie rod ends, my water pump, all that stuff should be going on pretty soon. I was gonna wait until about 150,000 miles, which right now it's a little over 149,000, but there's my Instagram, and then that one's kind of accurate because I am spending quite a bit of money on this car. I got some other things in the works for this. I'll hopefully have everything by the end of next week, but I've gotten shipping confirmations on everything but one, and the one thing I don't have confirmation on is kind of one of the more important things that I'm getting. So as you see, I have the turbo. I haven't bought anything engine wise. I will give you that hint that nothing engine wise yet. I'm looking up the right pistons that I want. I'm looking up the rods that I want, the exhaust manifold that I want, intake, everything. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a water intercooler, a cold air, like, or just an air to air or water to air, or like what I want to do. So I got a lot of thinking to do, and as you can see, these brakes are kind of nasty, kind of shot. Same with the wheels. But I have actually got some new brakes, new brake rotors, new brakes from R1 Concepts. So I'm excited to get those on, and that'll be one thing, you know, that I won't have to worry about, is whether this car can stop. It's kind of important. So I'll get new brakes on it, hopefully, and I'm waiting a little bit until the other stuff gets in. That way I can do it sort of all at once, instead of, you know, doing the brakes now and then maybe having to take something back off to do something else. And when I do the brakes, I'm going to check the wheel bearings, wheel hub, you know, everything inside of the wheel, just to make sure everything's either good or needs to be replaced, or that way I can replace it. I am looking at standalone ECUs, but that'll probably be on the later side, after I get everything built. That way I can actually tune it and stuff. But yeah, that's a little update video. I'll start it for you guys, let you get a sound of what the car sounds like without this massive exhaust hanging out. I'll just set it here and start it up really quick. So there's a little cold start for you. It is a little louder. It is louder, but it's not overly loud, whereas some other cars are. But I think it sounds all right. There's a little vacuum. I think that's I'm pretty sure that is not turbo, and I want to say it is like the little vacuum smog pump thing, because it will go off. There it is. It'll go off. So I think it's the little smog vacuum pump. But when I do the engine mods and all that stuff, all that smog stuff is probably going off, coming off and not going back on. And then I also have to decide if I just want to run straight exhaust off of the turbo and out the fender, or where it's located now, or if I want to run a high flow cat. That way it still somewhat passes emissions, unless I can find another way of getting it to pass emissions, because I don't know how much it's actually emitting. But to decide what I wanted to do as far as these cut out, because obviously there's no exhaust there, so I have to decide if I want to, you know, completely carve out the whole thing to where it's all flat and there's no like parachuting going on as that vacuum goes back on. But yeah, this is a little update video for you guys. Like I said, interior all done. Finally got the seat back. Finally got the glove box out. Glove box has been out since, I want to say it's been out since maybe 2017, or broken. That passenger door has been off quite a while too, but that's all fixed. Windows go down and back up, and same with this one. This was the last window I did. Down, back up. I'll open it for you guys. See, Door panel's back on, a little dirty. This part actually goes to that red Trans Am over there. But I am planning on getting new seats. I'm looking at a 6-point cage for this eventually. You know, not right now, obviously, but sometime in the future, I'm planning on a 6-point cage. And I'm just trying to figure out if I want to run it across the door through here. That way I have no passengers and take this seat out, the back seat out completely. Or if I want to run them along like the roof line and back around to where it'll avoid it, to where I can run passengers and keep it a true 4-door, which I kind of want to do. Or I was wondering if I could somehow bend them around the passengers and through like the middle seat and into the back. All just stuff I'm planning on doing and just figuring it out as I go. I am planning on keeping this badge true as far as keeping it a 1.8. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it the full 1.8 or make it like a 2.0 stroker and a 1.8 block, but I'm gonna try and keep it as 1.8 as I can. Obviously the paint's terrible, needs a lot of work, but that's kind of the last thing I'm worried about. I'm going in a certain order, and when all the parts get here, you'll find out what that order is, as far as whether it's power, suspension, stopping, roll cage, whatever, seats. You'll notice the order once the videos start coming out and the parts start coming in. So once again, just a little update video. Pop this back open, and as you can see, the subwoofers are going to be coming out too, because this is going to be a full like street strip car, so I'm not going to need subwoofers or my full-size spare that's under here. And yes, it's not a donut, it is a full 18-inch full-size spare. So yeah, I did get a turbo, but that doesn't tell you what the next mods are. This is all just something going together, and I'm trying to also decide whether I want to keep the glass or if I want to go lightweight and go plexiglass or Lexan. We'll figure out in the future. Another thing as far as interior goes, let me climb back in here. I know this is a lot of like rambling on, but this is coming out as well, and I'm thinking of throwing this one in the red car and doing like maybe a boost gauge right here and like switches, you know, for ignition, for fans and fuel pumps and all that stuff, and just put it all right here. This drawer may come out for some more switches and just do like switches or a flat gauge right through here. I will keep this because it's a cup holder and it's a street car, so I will keep that. I may change the steering wheel, steering column. This magical lever right here, I am planning on keeping. I don't want this to be an automatic. I want to row through the gears as fast as I can and see how fast I can get it down the track. As you can see, I do have some lights on the dash. The ABS and the traction control light is due to one of my front ABS sensors going bad, and I replaced it, but I guess I got a bad part. So when I do the brakes, that sensor will come back off, and I'll probably put another sensor back on it, because when that happens, I don't have a speedo. So the only way I know what speed I'm going is I memorized, you know, what RPM and what gear does what speed. So that's how I drive around, don't get pulled over for speeding. But as you can see, 149,000, almost 149,100. I was gonna wait until 150,000, but as I'm getting parts in, I may just go ahead and do it right now and just say it was at 150, but do it at 149. But there's a little update video. I'll give you a little rev to end the video. Sorry it's a long video of just me rambling on. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. You can share it if you like. Please subscribe. Trying to build this car for myself, but build it with you guys, and maybe hopefully I can enjoy some of you, or like have some of you enjoy the videos and content I make, and you can come along through this long build that I'm planning on doing. But I want this car breaking the A4 record, which I think right now is 9.6 1/4, and I'm hoping I can run like a 9.2 is kind of a realistic goal. I do want it eventually running 7s, but that's gonna probably take an engine swap, which I do like the Audi 2.7, the twin turbo, and if I do blow this engine up, that would be the engine that replaces it. But I want to try and get it with this engine first, sort of as like my victory of this being the original engine for this car and being a super fast 1.8, because you don't see those anywhere. So give you a little rev and then I'll end the video. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. Alright guys, tell me what you think it sounds like. If you like it, if you hate it, just let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.